In any interaction, it pleases us to feel that the other side is listening and acknowledging our situation, whether it's negotiation, business deal, or just some random talk. This is called as targeting and labeling human connection, and this should be one's first goal. Our thoughts and our words will eventually go through the counter's mind, and if the other party sense that we're ignoring their position, you're less likely to get what you desire. Because even we know how terrible we feel when we're being ignored or barely given an acknowledgement. It's important to master this ability where you can imagine yourself at someone else's position and can think through their sight and their point of view. It's important to visualize yourself in their position and raise questions, concerns, needs, wants, etc. and try collecting data as much as you can. But remember, by this, we're not agreeing nor being nice to the other party. We do this to understand them in order to prepare ourselves. Next up is labeling your phrase. After you have spotted an emotion, you want to highlight it with the statements or questions. But it's important to know that your statements should consist minimal usage of word I. When you use statements like I believe, I guess, I think, you're making the conversation more centric about yourself than the other person. Try using neutral statements or frame it better. The second side of this technique is when labeling is addressed in negative or underwhelming emotions. And many times we get into arguments and both the parties on the panel defend themselves and somewhere play the blame game. But what good negotiators do is simple and easy escape. They put the blame on themselves and acknowledges other person's anger. They will say stuff like, I know it's my fault, I am an asshole, etc. This puts the argument on the dead end without any reaction nor judgment. Previously, we talked about disarming your counterpart's thoughts of needs, wants, desires, and concerns. Now we try disarming their thoughts about us. Here, we need to be honest to ourselves and to point out what bullshit we did and how it might have affected everything regarding this negotiation. After jotting it down, prepare questions that they can ask you on it and answer it. This is called as accusation audit. It might feel difficult to do this, but it'll worth every second you invest in it. Remember, you're dealing with a person who wants to be appreciated and understood. So, use labels and reinforce and encourage positive perceptions and dynamics.